Yo, what's going on guys? Core here. Welcome back to another episode of Core's Redstone Guide. Welcome back. This is episode number 9. And if you are following along in the series so far, I thank you very much. Today we are going to be covering the Observer. You see, this thing isn't only cool for making robots. It is a vital component which is still relatively new, even though this thing was added back in, like 2014 or something. This thing is still, it feels new to me. I don't know why. It doesn't deserve to be new. This thing is very old, and I'm just old. But as it says in the name, this thing is used to observe things. So for simplicity's sake, I'm going to make it play a sound when it observes something. So first thing you may notice about this thing is it has two sides, and I have a resource pack to show me which side is the input and which side is the output, and also a little flashy thing so that when it does observe something, it tells me that it has observed something. But yes, this thing, wherever it is looking, is where it observes from, and then the side with the little hole in the back is where it will send the output. So you can connect pretty much any redstone thing to this, whether it's a repeater, whether it's a piston, or even such a thing as like a powered rail. This thing will detect a bunch of different things. The way to remember it is if a block changes state, then it is observable. So some things are when blocks get placed, when blocks get destroyed, when a block changes state, such as being waterlogged or stripping an oak log. You get the picture, right? If a block changes state, then it is observable. This thing is super easy. Now, one of the things that I often use observers for is creating one of the most compact clocks. If you can imagine how this is going to work already, without knowing what observers do, then you're a genius. But if you place two facing into each other, just like this, then one will observe the other observer getting placed, and then that will observe it changing state, and that will observe this one changing state over and over. So in theory, they will alternate, and I will break those bells before it drives you insane. Just kidding, you couldn't observe my weapon of mass destruction! Goodness gravy, that thing is so loud. In all seriousness though, these things are one of the smallest ways that you can possibly make a clock. With a footprint of 2 by 1 by 1, you can't really get much smaller than this. With it only being able to observe the change of state of a block, you can observe a line of observers like this, with lights on it, to do something a bit like this. Which is super cool, right? Well, if we expand each one of these upwards, and basically just replicate it up and up and up, then you can create some pretty cool things with these observers. Yeah, just remember, you can always observe an observer. You can observe most things in the game, even if you were to take a flower out of a plant pot. But anyway, peeps, this is one of those videos, unfortunately, where it is better off for you to just try it out yourself, rather than me just babble at you about all the cool things you can do for 20 minutes. In the next episode, we are going to be covering some inputs, as well as some secret inputs. So do be sure to stay and check that one out. But peeps, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.